Hey real estate agents, in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can use AI to create a beautifully designed property landing page to help you market all of your new listings and create an easy way to share it with potential buyers, other real estate agents, or even share it on your social media pages. The tool that we're going to be using is completely customizable, meaning you can add in any kind of sections that you want to the landing page. You can change all of the wording, the fonts, the colors, the layout, everything. Best part is you can get started with this tool completely free, and if you do want to upgrade to the paid version, it is super cheap to use, and you'll be able to create multiple landing pages for all of your different listings. You can drop in your own listing photos, your own listing descriptions, any type of information that you want, and you just simply communicate back and forth with the AI, telling it how you want the page designed, what kind of changes you want to make, and when you're finished, you can even publish it to your own custom domain. So without further ado, let's hop into my computer and I'm going to show you how all this is done. So the tool that we're going to be using to build this property landing page is Lovable. Lovable.dev is the website. Basically, if you've ever heard of vibe coding, it's basically a way to just tell the AI what you're trying to build and it'll code the entire thing for you. There are some website builders that are starting to kind of get into this, but these tools so far work a lot better. Lovable is a really good one that I like to use. There's also Bolt, bolt.new is the website. That one's really good. Cursor, I believe, is another one. There's a few different tools doing it, but I prefer Lovable. And literally all you have to do when you go to the page, you just type what it is that you're trying to do. You can use the free plan. You get like a certain amount of messages back and forth that you can do with the AI. I have my listing here. This is one of my current listings that I actually have going. So I'm going to actually copy and paste this link and give it to the AI as well, so that it can scrape this whole page and take like the listing description and the information about the property to continue, refining the landing page and make it better. But I'm going to type out the entire thing that I'm telling the AI, and then I'll go over it as soon as I'm done. Okay, so here's what I said. I said, I want you to create me a beautifully designed landing page for my property that I have for sale. My name is Brandon Upright. I'm a real estate agent in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm listing this property, and then I pasted the link to realtor.ca. I want you to please create a landing page that showcases the property, highlights its features, and shows off the photos that I have attached. And then I've attached, 9 different photos showcasing different parts of the property. If you need any information, please ask me. So the AI can actually ask you questions if it feels that it needs additional details or has any questions. The page should focus on the property, not on me or my brokerage. There should be one call to action button on the page, which would be to contact me. Once clicked, it would pop up a screen with my contact details, 780, and then I put my contact information. I'm also gonna add the theme of the website should be, let's just say, white and green colors. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna send that, it's gonna load, and then it's just gonna do its thing. It's gonna basically code the entire thing in the background, design everything, and then usually takes, a couple minutes to spin that up. So we'll fast forward here to when it creates the website. Okay, so it just finished, and sometimes when you're doing these, it's going to come up with different errors. So I don't know if you noticed, there was a big white screen that popped up and there was an error at the bottom, and basically all you do is you can select like fix error or troubleshoot error, and then the AI will actually go and look at its own code again and then just try and troubleshoot it and fix it. So I had to do that a couple times, and then it actually did fix it and came up with it. Now you'll notice a few things. One, this may or may not be the design that you're looking for, which is fine. You can have the AI change it as we go along. As you're looking at all the details, some of the details might not be correct, but that's okay because it's also, again, very easy to fix. So for example, this price is wrong. So if we look at my listing, the price is $420,000, and the AI put $399,999. So all I have to do is I go to this little box on the side here, and I'm just gonna say, change the price to 420,000. And then it's gonna do a little bit of thinking, and then it's gonna say, great, we will update that. You'll see the little spinning wheel here that it's doing its thing. And then you're gonna see the price change. And then just like that, it changed the price. So now remember, in the original prompt, I asked it to do a pop-up window when somebody clicks contact me. Let's see if that worked. Great, perfect. And then these are also clickable as well. I'm not gonna click them because it'll stop my recording, but that's awesome. And then you can just go through all the details and see, what is accurate and what isn't. I mean, the AI doesn't get everything correct 100% right off the bat, but that price change took me 15 seconds to change. So then you just go and you say, oh, I want to change, this square footage to say this instead, or I want to change that. You just tell it what you want it to change. So let's say this built in 1999, change the build year from 1999 to 2015. And then just like that, it changed the build year, perfect. You can look over all of this to see if that's accurate. Now I want to add a little bit more here. So I'm going to say, maybe I want to highlight a couple of these areas. So I'm going to say, take a couple of the photos that I gave you and add in a couple highlight sections to showcase that area of the home. For example, the green feature wall in the primary suite and the large open backyard with the huge deck. So let's see what it does now that I've asked it to add a couple sort of feature highlight sections. And remember, when you're getting AI to build you a page like this, it can really only do as good as the information that you provide it. So it's not necessarily going to know things about the property that you don't tell it, or that is not included in like the website link that you give it. So you can't expect it to be a mind reader, but it will do basically whatever you're asking it to do, and it'll do it very, very quickly. Okay, so now it says it's finished. Let's check it out. Scroll down. Look at that. We got home highlights. We got designer feature wall, expansive backyard oasis. Obviously, it didn't use the right photos here. So all we're gonna do, let's say for this expansive backyard oasis, I'm just gonna say for the highlight section that reads expansive backyard oasis, can you swap out the photo with this one? My recording screen is covering it, so I have to move that. So I'm gonna say for the highlight section that reads expansive backyard oasis, can you swap out the photo with this one? And then I attached the photo of the backyard. So then we'll just send that. Okay, it says it's all finished. Let's look, and then look at that, swapped out the photo for us, and we are good to go. And like I said, it's only as good as the information you provide. So if you're providing small, blurry photos, then it's going to be blurry photos on here. The photos that I provided are from my photographer, so they're high resolution, so that's why they look so crisp and clear on here. And then you can keep adding things to it. If you have a virtual property tour, you can add the link to it. Depending on the provider that did the property tour, you might be able to embed the actual tour into this. And then all you're going to do is when you're finished, then you just click publish. So if you are doing the paid plan, I'm on the paid starter plan. It's like $20 a month, and you can put a custom domain to it if you want to, purchase a custom domain and use that as the link that you would give people. But you can also just use this Lovable link as well that you're going to give to clients or give to potential buyers or other realtors or whatever. And there's a million different ways you can customize this. If you want to add a section down here that highlights you and tells them about you as a realtor, and maybe you, depending on your specific market or real estate board that you're a part of, you might need to include your real estate brokerage logo for compliance, but you can just keep communicating back and forth with the AI and create a really, really nice property landing page in a matter of like 5 minutes. So it's super cheap, $20 a month. You can make multiple pages, and yeah, you can just keep going with every single listing that you have, or even, you know, take it a step further. You could do one for if a client, maybe you have a buyer client who's deciding between like 2 different properties and you want to make like a comparison page that compares each one. You could get the AI to do that as well. So there's a million different ways you can go about this. So I hope that was useful for you. Again, the website is lovable.dev. That's lovable.dev. I'll link it in the description below as well. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. And if you are, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you are a real estate agent and you're interested in using AI in your business, and you're not sure where to get started, click the link in my description below that links to my calendar. We can do an AI audit of your business. We kind of break down your entire systems and processes and figure out what can be automated and what can't be, where AI can be integrated. So click that link below if you want to book a call with me. Otherwise, all the links of tools that I used in this are in the description as well below. And other than that, we'll see you in the next video.